as a major angle to its celebration of the accomplishments and enormous potential of Nigerian women. Guinness Nigeria is at it again, this time focusing its International Women's Day message on young Nigerian women who are breaking new grounds across all sectors of the economy. We're going to talk to someone from Guinness Nigeria, but first, let's take a look at this.
How do you change a story? How do you make the impossible real? How do you achieve the extraordinary?
A lot of people feel like they need to have an opinion about what you do with your life.
You look good, you're stylish, you just basically present yourself really well. Like there's this stereotype that there's nothing up there.
Your friends in school, like are boys, they don't want you to play with them. They just get angry every time you come. They just send you away like you're not part of them or you're not one of them.
Every time I walked into the audition room, the judges didn't take me seriously.
In the beginning, we launched a product that nobody knew about, and we used to face a lot of opposition. We used to get a lot of rejection. I started full of fear and courage, but I got into the fray and built my business one product at a time. I'm driven to do the most innovative things with the best women by my side.
We need to have more women in prominent roles, taking on prominent positions, and just showing how talented they are and how gifted they are.
I choose to challenge myself, when I also got the opportunity of going into football professionally.
I just try to absorb the love and not pay attention to trolls.
I told myself, I said, I'll work on myself. And so I joined the band. And there I learned how to perform to a live audience. And I kept working on myself. I'm like, every day I'm just going to get better and better.
The work we do is important. We have the opportunity to change our stories and those of so many women around the world. So stay fierce. Own it like a queen, no apologies.
Joining us now to talk about this wonderful gesture from one of the greatest supporters of women and youth in Nigeria is Adenike Adebola, the Marketing and Innovation Director and a member of the Guinness Nigeria Executive Committee. Guinness Nigeria is Nigeria's only total beverage alcohol company, distinguishing itself from the rest of the industry for its portfolio of some of the world's most loved brands. A collection of premium brands with rich history and a pedigree of exceptional quality, including Guinness, Johnnie Walker, Smirnoff, Baileys, Ciroc, Origin, Gordon's, Malta Guinness, and Dubik, to mention a few. Adenike Adebola oversees marketing, research, innovation, and a portfolio strategy for Nigeria. Good morning, Adenike Adebola, and thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. Thank you.
Some of those premium brands that I mentioned are some of my favorites, but don't let me mention them specifically so that it doesn't look like I'm advertising for you.
Good man. Good man.
But quickly,
good man.
Quickly, what is the inspiration behind Guinness Nigeria deciding to do this documentary and to celebrate these young achievers that you have selected to mark the International Women's Day?
Honestly, first off, women are a critical part of our consumers base. So more than 50% of Guinness consumers are women. That number is like, 30% more than beer or lager in general. So actually for us, we wanted to take the opportunity of this week's International Women's Day to not just celebrate the resilience and doggedness of women all over the world, but also to draw attention to the inspiration that abounds actually around us and how women are taking on the stereotypes. And also just taking a moment to also acknowledge their love for the rich, dark Guinness liquid. I had to put that in. So No Apologies was born out of the shared values of the bold and brave among us who simply take the confidence to carve their own path and creating a brave, bold future, not just for themselves, but also for society at large. Those ones that say I can and why not, and I think this campaign for us is a nod to the women who challenge stereotypes. Those women who challenge this notion that there are things women should or should not do, and even sometimes who choose a career that is sometimes exclusively male, or simply rewrite how women are perceived in traditional female roles, sometimes that are looked upon as fickle and feeble, and they're flipping the script and writing a new narrative. It's really the premise of this piece. We've actually added nothing to the story. We're just shining the light on it. Every time I watch that piece, it makes me smile, because first, I'm a woman myself, and it's inspiring to me. And I also want to just use it as an opportunity to inspire every other woman outside there to be fearless and to be more demanding, and to challenge the stereotypes, and also nudge some of the less open men to get on with the program. So I think that's what inspired that piece. It's just in line with this year's theme, which is to choose to challenge. We just want to inspire women to take a stand against all the prejudices that belittles their accomplishments and limits their ambitions and their commitment to just choose to challenge that point of view, and go after careers and dreams that's based on their capacity, their ambition, and their potential. Not hold back.
Great. So what drove your selection of the particular champions you chose for the hashtag IWD 2021 project, those whose stories you decided to tell?
I think, to be honest, there's so many women that inspire us around us, and we just chose a few. Something about these women that we chose, they're strong, they're young, they're driven, visionary, they're on a mission with themselves, actually. And they're facing and braving whatever the odds are. Every one of them is true to himself. And for me, and for us, actually, that's very, very inspiring. So for instance, Beverly, she's just a lot of things. She's a truly talented actress. She's a style icon. She's ventured into food. I particularly love the work that she did with Skin, that documentary that she put together to draw attention to the travails of the dark girl, and some of the discrimination that she faces. Yeah, Nengi came out of the Big Brother house. She's on a mission with herself. She's just taking that whole perception that sometimes people look at a pretty girl and think, oh, all she is just a face and a body. When we look at Nengi, we see a woman that's committed to changing the narrative, not just for herself, but for girls all over. She's pushing beyond the regular dictates of fame in record time, and I think that's what is brilliant about her. And I think she's only just getting started. She's become an entrepreneur. She started Shoes by Flora. She was appointed special assistant to the state governor on the girl child development. She's just doing her own thing. Affion Williams is another powerful example. Defying the odds. She's built a thriving business. She's doing it with a 100% female management team. Niniola, went from being an audition reject to the queen of Afro House at the time when the general was just on call. Asisat, again, amazing, overcame massive rejection. And when you listen to her story, it's so inspiring, from family and friends to play at the highest level on the national team and with Barcelona. So there's just so much inspiration from women around us in Nigeria, and wanted to shine the light on them. Use it to draw attention, like I said, to the opportunity that a more inclusive and diverse culture can create. And we're hoping that it starts to catalyze progressive gender portrayal, especially in advertising, and in culture, and inspire people and brands actually to want to better influence culture, such that we can have a more open society where representation improves and minorities thrive.
I just want to ask you this. What kind of glass ceilings would the brand want to see shattered today? All the glass ceilings set up against women. What kind of glass ceilings would the brand love to see shattered?
We'd love to see a significant change in representation in front and behind the camera. I think in front of the camera is easier to do of what we've just done. Behind the camera is another kettle of fish, and it's one of the things we try to tackle with this piece of work. which is, if you look at the production team, the guys who do the creative, you know, and all of the brain power behind the camera is still very predominantly male. With this particular piece, actually, the story, the scripting, the director, the team on my side who was kind of working on this, we took a stand to say, okay, put all the women behind them and let them do that work. And it was not brilliant to see. But I think one of the ones that for me, especially as far as this topic is concerned, that would be really, really exciting to see, and we are on the case and we want to lead the way in Nigeria, is what's happening behind the camera, what's the representation, and open the door such that there are a lot more people participating in the back end, behind the camera.
Well, thank you very much, Adenike Adebola, for joining us this morning on The Morning Show. We wish you all the best. Thank you very much indeed.